and it's easy. I heard the late Martin Luther King Jr. say, if you're going to be a road sweeper, be the best road sweeper you can be. When you have passion, you step out in that passion and you become a master at what you do if you have the passion. Case in point, I'm a welder. I've been welding 45 years. I started in a very unique way because I had a passion to make things. Matter of fact, as a child, as a young man, as a youth, I used to like making bicycles. And I said to myself, you know, I'd love to work in a bicycle factory. And that's exactly what I went to look for. I went to work in a bicycle factory because I was good at it and I liked it. And I was in bicycle factory for 14 years. And even when I moved on, still wanted to make things and love making things as a welder. I'm in my current job 30 years because I've got a passion for welding and making things. So you can see we can start it out by looking out at a master or watching or having a passion, but whilst we continue that journey, I would say today I'm a master at what I do because I love it. I make money from it. I'm satisfied with it, and I'll choose it again tomorrow. Any thanks for the privilege. Thank you, Annie.
Thank you, thank you. I think I'm doing other things. That's why I couldn't get back quick enough. I never do, right? Look, I love. I said, of course, I love everything you're saying. I love the fact that you do put. Passion counts. Don't get me wrong. Passion counts. We have to have passion for what we do. Otherwise, we're doing nothing, right? We're not going to last long. I think your 45-year story. Yeah, it's your journey, should I say? It brings thoughts. It brings a question to our minds, right? Because a lot of people think, be the best only if I'm passionate, only if I'm passionate, but only if I love doing it. That's what I'm going to use, right? But I think what I'm taking from you, which is my argument today, is that you have to do it for so long, you will love it. It's that you only love when you become the best.
And you get paid. And you get paid. I think that's a part of it. Being paid to do it as well, to make the thing.
Get good at it. That's when you say, right, I love this. The other thing that people seem to think, Kiefer, that they're gonna walk around life and find this thing and go, ooh, hearts. No, that's not how it works. You gotta do the work, and then
dedication.
And then later on, you might get that this is me sort of feeling. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand today. You're a perfect example, my friend. To be the best, you have to learn the skills. You have to learn the skills. And again, your point is that the same skills in one role have carried you through life to other roles. That's what I was talking about earlier when I mentioned career capital. We have to build up this bank of skills that we can then move around with us, which work for us across different areas, right? And then we find that passion when we learn enough skills to be good at something. Our passion, our subconscious, everything works from there. Because your bold ideas are just an idea. You have to be different to what's being done today. And also, I can give say I'm thinking of someone like Steve Jobs, for example. Not many know the true story. They're thinking Apple and he got rich and that's it, right? But the Steve Jobs story is more one of he had this thing called Apple One, right? And he said walks around and it was like, oh, I got this technology, Apple One, different way of doing, computing, and people were like, yeah, we like it, but yeah, whatever, right? He went away, got $250,000 funding to create the Apple II. And the Apple II, him and Steve Wozniak, I think that's his name, right? They created this next level of computing. Again, I tell you the story because it made me understand that you must create a better solution, not just better, incrementally better, but a lot better. That's when the world goes,
Mm.
wow, we need that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But to get there, it took him having knowledge about the industry. It took him having a team of specialists to create Apple II. And think how long ago that was in the journey. No, I've got an iMac 10. That's 10 years old. I'm saying no. Think where your iPhone is today. I'm saying it comes from that simple logic.
Idea. Yeah.
Get really good at what we do, if not pay the experts to do it. But again, I'm kind of crazy myself, Kiefer, in that I like to know everything about it, whatever it is, right?
Mm.
People say to me, Amy, just get people to do your book layouts. You don't have to do it yourself. I'm like, no, I like doing it. I want to know. I want to
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
everything. I want to know so much that I can invent a different way of doing things.
Yeah.
People don't see what I do most days. Yes, you see me awake, but I'm learning more than anything else. I'm learning than I can do. I'm not going to ask a staff to do something I can't do myself in my business. I never have that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's me.
There's also yeah, there's also a passion also to teach others. When you become the craftsman, you become a master. You want to teach someone else to carry
100%.
that craftsmanship on.
100%. 100%. Again, your bold idea can't just be for one day, or for
Mm.
1 year. Yeah, it's a lifetime thing that's going to change humanity, right? I say you have to have that. Exactly what you're saying, Kiefer. That willingness to teach others. But you can't teach what you don't know. So you have to teach. You have to learn it inside out to teach anyone anything. You can say, luckily, I've got these rooms to do exactly that. That's why the conversations that I want to have with people on my topic. Let's go to Lewis, and then we'll go to Dr. Roxana. Then I'll give everyone the floor. Well, I might tell you what's wrong with the passion idea. Coming from a passion perspective, there is an inherent danger I think we need to bear in mind. Thank you so much, Kiefer. Luz, how you doing? You've changed your picture. And it gets all disturbed when you change your picture.
Yes, thank you. Good evening, everybody. I'm Loes Pijpers from the Netherlands. Yes, I changed my picture. When you do that, you the people who follow you stay active to activate your followers, so they get notice of your new picture. That's only good, I think. Um, a a craftsman mindset, skill building to create something valuable in the world, and a passion mentality, following your inner fire or enthusiasm. I think I prefer best of both. A strong lean forward towards the craftsman's discipline, and passion for your follow your passion for your idea. For example, Elon Musk with SpaceX. He has a passion for space travel and engineering skills, and both is necessary. I think you can't send a rocket to Mars without knowledge of engineering. And my bold idea is to make the world a little bit better tomorrow than it is today. And today I adopted an elephant, and the people who care for the elephant have knowledge about that. So I think you need both passion for your idea and your goal, and skills to achieve your goal, I think. So one goes with the other. And I think it's important to embrace failure. See setbacks as feedback. Feedback is very important, and failure is a sort of step on the ladder to achieve your goal eventually. And daily practice, just like is said here in the event. Uh, uh, I think it's important that you make it a habit, because if you want to be successful, you practice your goal and your skills every day. I'm a big promoter of transformational leadership. Create new leaders, learn others how to do it so they can learn it to others too. That's very important. And take care of your people in your leadership. Don't be only a leader. And your bold idea isn't a dream, it's a project. Start crafting it today. And daily practice. Commit 1% improvement daily. I think that's important, because you can't achieve your goal 100% the next day. But if you take a step every day and take action of it, of your idea, then you can achieve it. And I I like to involve everyone in your plan. Let everybody participate when you are in a team. If everybody can participate, you're only making each other stronger, and you can achieve your goal together instead of being at the finish alone. That's very lonely, I think. So you can have a bold idea and share it with others. We enter a new era of leadership, and that demands another way of doing business. And information is available everywhere, and everyone can share their ideas and bold ideas. I think we are now in 2025 in a new era of leadership, and that fits totally in that era, I think. Everybody can share their bold ideas, and nothing is impossible. So there are less boundaries, and I'm a big promoter of less rules and less micromanagement, because that's not good for the creativity. When everybody can share their creativity and their ideas, the best innovations will be born, I think. And I will encourage everyone to develop themselves to the max and share your ideas, because nothing is impossible. With together, we can make the things seem impossible possible. That's my share. Thank you very much.
Thank you for sure. Thank you, Lewis. And amazing. Again, everything that you said, I agree with. And there are many important points there that you mentioned, which I think I do. I don't want to touch on a bit. Um, Jay, welcome. I see you. Glad you're here, my friend. Sometimes you must stand. You must stand a bit of rain to see the rainbow. Oh, I like that. And I like an analogies that I can't come up with myself, right? And I do. I think your reference to Elon Musk matters a lot. Lose, it matters a lot because, like, again, people would think, yes, he's a buffoon. Yes, he's got some social skills issues, but when it comes to how electric engines work, designing electric batteries, the man is a genius. When it comes to creating, engineering as a whole, it's a genius, right? He really is. You have to accept that. He didn't get to where he wanted to because he wanted to do it. He got there because he wanted to do it, and the mix, like you say, it's a mix between wanting to do it and also having that drive, that passion.
Yes, and some, oh, sorry. And some people think he doesn't know where he's talking about, but that's not true,
Mm,
because he has engineering skills. His
yeah,
father was a pilot, and he had a lot of knowledge. So he does know things about engineering. Otherwise, you can't send a rocket to Mars. And I
yeah,
think Elon Musk is pulling our ourselves into the future, and we have to focus on the future because technology, AI, and everything is developing very fast. So we have to embrace new technology, robotics, AI, and look at the future. If we want to be ahead of the future, we have to embrace new technology, because if we don't embrace it, it will be there soon and be there without us. So if we want to step into the future and we will be part of the future, we have to embrace that and focus on the future. So if we want to be a part of the future, let's focus on the future and embrace it, and we can work together with AI and robotics. It's not to replace humans, but human centric in the new technology. It's very important. And for repetitive tasks, we can use AI agents. It can release our work and make our work easier. And that's and now some say robotics hasn't got feelings, but I saw a video on YouTube from some innovator. He is busy with giving robotics and AI feelings. So it's a matter of time. In 5 years from now, I believe robotics have feelings, and they can be our best friends if we work together with them, if we want to
It's an
be part of
idea.
the future.
It's an idea. I think, maybe I see. Maybe I see it slightly different, Luz. I think we have to get so much better that way a robot can never replace us. I think that's a real human challenge, the humanity challenge, really. When those who use all that AI stuff, I think that many are lazy. There's things for AI to do, big data, for example. Boring, repetitive stuff. I think, but we have to keep ourselves ahead by having this craftsman's mentality in all we do. And I truly believe that. It's an argument. We might have the argument one day, Lewis, and have a whole room on that conversation. But I think it's rather bland, but it's what it is, right? But look, on your points, I think you gave us a lot about how we arrive at the craftsman's mentality, the craftsman's mindset. So the willingness to accept failure is important. You can't achieve great things, your bold idea, without being willing to fail along the journey. And failure is simply a point to learn, right? I think your thing about we have to do what you call daily practice. I agree. Again, even if we use Elon Musk as an example, this man hasn't just started his company and found success. He's been at it since I was born. That's the strange thing, right? So since I was born, 75, and now this man could go into Tesla. I'm saying that's years. What, 50 years? I'm a bit more, right? I'm saying that's a long, long time. And when this man started and he was sleeping on the floor in a Tesla building, and they said that this man is a lunatic, he's mad, clearly. But obviously, he was doing the hours, that 10,000 hours I talked about earlier. He was doing the hours. He was putting the work in to get to where he wants to get to where he is today. I'm saying most people don't appreciate the level of effort and dedication it takes. But it starts with that daily practice, being willing to learn. And I would say this as well, Luz. Now, think like an athlete. You have to be willing to stretch yourself beyond what you ever have, what you did yesterday. Now, my son is, he's the worst at it. He makes, whenever I do a exercise and he's around, he's like, do it better, Dad. I'm like, why? I'm doing fine. No, he has to hurt more. Do it slower. Do more. I'm like, leave me alone. I'm old. But no, he's never happy, right? I'm saying he has a craftsman mentality of fitness, which is do more in your practice than you ever have to do in your real race. The coach mentioned it earlier. Athletes, they visualize. The reason that they can visualize and do it is because they're in the practice. They do more than they're ever going to do in the Olympics, if you can believe that. They run faster, they run harder, they run many more times in practice. So when it comes to race day, they might have 3 or 4 races now, but they've done those times already, right? So that's why they perform. I'm saying we have to be the same. We have to stretch ourselves before game day, before delivery day comes. That's part of the craftsman's mentality, right? The craftsman puts a lot more effort in than people sort of realize. But that's life, right? And the craftsman is obsessed by one thing. It's not the idea it's obsessed by. The craftsman is obsessed by the output, the result, the delivery, what the customer gets. That's what drives the craftsman every day. How can I make that better? How can I give a better solution?
And I think one can't be without the other. If you have a dream but no skills or no taking action on that, you have nothing. And when you only have skills but you don't believe something, or you don't have a dream, you don't have enough to achieve your goal. So I think it takes both to achieve something, skills and hard work, and have a dream for something. So that's
I
my
agree. No, look, I agree with you. You know, look, skills without a goal is pointless. A goal without skills, you're going nowhere. No, ultimate frustration, and that's it. I think that's what I think people who chase their passion miss, Luz. They want to have the dream without the skills. If you know, if all you're chasing is what you love, the chances are you're not going to work hard at anything. Now, if I ask Dr. Roxana, and I can see you looking at me, Dr. Roxana, is if I ask you, what is it that drives you? If you said it's my passion, that must suggest that it's an innate skill, and you haven't done any work. And I think in this world, we seem to tell people this every day, and we're just lying to them. We need to just be honest with them and say, right, be prepared to sweat blood and tears for what you want. Whatever it is you want, go and put the skill in, go and put the time in, learn the skills, and then you might deliver something. You might fail, hell. But what if you do succeed? Dr. Roxana, talk to us. Would you follow your passion or do you follow your skills?
I follow my passion. I also input my skills. That continuous learning has to be there. And it has to be what you love. You don't just start doing what you don't like because others are doing it. So there's going to be passion, commitment. You have to be doing what you love. And you have to pay attention to details too. Pay attention to details. Where are others going? The people in your doing the same thing as you're doing, is there, are you looking at where they're going? It's not copycat. It's not copying. Sometimes you want to know the direction everyone is going and go there also, or plan to be there. You also need to have continuous learning and unlearning. There are things you need to unlearn, and there are things you need to learn. Be ready to add more skills to get to that level. And by the way, in that thing you want to do, what are your whys? Why do you want to do them? What is pushing you into them? If you don't have that passion and commitment, and then there's no way you can teach. I had someone said there's no way you can teach what you don't like and what you don't know. So you have to learn those skills and be able to also do it. You have to also collaborate. That's what I was saying. You have to collaborate. Make sure that the people in the community, you are working with people in the community, network, and those bold ideas. Two good heads are better than one. That's what they said, and it is true. So it's always good to maybe meet the people in the community, talk about it, see what they are writing, brainstorm, and you go with it. That is nothing like a good community that pulls you up, that that help you grow. It's not just about you. It was a community you have that helps you grow, puts that accountability to you. Then you can go to that those bold ideas. You can achieve them. We already talked about continuous learning, but resilience is there too. You have to be resilient. Uh, Remember that some people who have business, some businessmen wake up by 4 a.m. when that's no alarm clock, but they just woke up. There is something in them that is chasing them. They want to catch it. They want to make it happen. And so you just have to have that resilience. There's something you want to learn, continuous learning, creativity, and experimentation. I had someone said you shouldn't be afraid of failing. The only time you failed is you failed and you didn't want to get up. But fail and get up anyway and keep on learning. So experiment. If that doesn't work, then this one will work. So be able to experiment, discipline and consistency. You need to be disciplined. Mindfulness and presence. You have to be present in what you're doing. Don't be afraid to stop doing something if it's not working. It's not just because you decided a bold idea and it's not working, you continue doing it. No, you can change your mind. You're allowed to change your mind. Okay, so that's what I want to contribute. Mindfulness and presence, continuous learning and unlearning. That's what I'm saying. You can unlearn. There are things you can unlearn, and be present and make sure that you're in a community who are pulling you up, who are ready to pull you up, and then you network with them, see what to change. Where is the community? Where are we all going in this era of AI? Sometimes I think we can do stuff together, because you'll be surprised what you learn from a small child if you're listening. So you have to be able to listen. It's not just about you. Maybe I'm guilty of that too, but we have to be able to listen.
No, look,
And
I think that you are describing a lot of the craftsman's mentality, craftsman's mindset, which is which is brilliant. Because I think that's where the truth lies. Truly, Michelle says, "Love you, Professor Roxana. We all do, Michelle. We all do." I love Michelle. She has a conversation with me in the
love you, Michelle.
Again, I love what Michelle says when she says, "Oh, where is it? No, it's not that one. My screen just moved up. Sorry. Right.
Okay.
When you're ready to shovel poop is when you're ready to learn to ride your pony. That's the point, right? I'm saying whatever your bold idea is, my friends, don't think you're gonna have fun every day. That's not a bold idea. That's not even a thing. That's ridiculous, right? You start from the bottom, from almost everything. Don't be surprised if you know nothing on day one. I'm saying you don't know nothing, because if you have that career capital,
That's what we said. Continuous learning.
Yeah, continuous learning, and also I think there's also a point about doing your best every time, like a craftsman would. That's why I said to you, we have an obsession about the results. The output is everything, right? And each time, output must get better and better. That means we must perform better and better. That's the craftsman mentality. I've had craftsmen do stuff like shoes, building, whatever else, right? Every day they get better, and we have to have the same mind, the same mentality.
Get better.
I'm sure Elon Musk is still learning today. I bet he's learning today, but it might be learning something.
The only time you stop learning is when someone is, if you're not alive, if you're dead, then when you stop learning.
Too many people don't learn. They're not strategic in what they're learning. Maybe we need to have a conversation around what are you learning.
Yeah.
'cause, and a simple example, a lot of people will learn about mindset, about well-being today. Are you learning technical skills? Are you learning about your trade? Are you really learning, or are you
Are
just
you
doing
experimenting? Because
right?
sometimes your bold idea may not work. Are you able
Mm,
to maybe diversify or evolve somewhere else? You don't really
indeed.
have to stay there. If it's not
Mm.
working, maybe you have to look into another direction.
Yeah, yeah. Look, I love your concept about unlearning bad habits and bad and things that would
Oh
that not
yeah.
help. I
Oh
think
yeah.
that's very important. Again, the craftsman will not like, they want to learn what makes them the next master. That's a
Yeah.
priority. And whereas
Yeah.
now
And it's
everything
not.
else
It's
has to be
Yeah, it's
unlearned.
never too late to unlearn something. There are things
Mm,
I learned when I was young. I found out that well, it is better to unlearn them now. It's
yeah,
okay, but uh, putting up some more skills every day helps you get your board ideas. More
indeed.
skills. Yeah,
Indeed.
more skills.
We must get more skills, more skills, more skills. Attention to detail you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
I think following others, I think, and I want to talk about this for a second. Because I think those who achieve bold ideas, those successful people, as we call them, successful, right? They sacrifice a lot of things on the journey. I
Exactly.
mean, think of yourselves here, my friends. All
Discipline and resilience. Yeah, they
we sacrifice.
discipline themselves.
Our friends are having fun. We've been working for years. I know Paulette's friends are having fun and she's writing her books. I'm saying, don't watch what others are doing. You do your thing. Like a craftsman doesn't watch what others are doing. They're just focusing on their trade, on their art.
Yes.
And so focus on your thing.
Don't be
Don't
afraid to be
worry.
different.
Yeah, don't
Don't
worry.
be.
If your friends are out having fun, well, again, maybe it's a question of does the success that you crave, your bold idea, make it worthwhile for you? It will do in the end. It really will do.
Yes.
Especially if you do develop what we're talking about, which is this career capital. Everything you do to your best.
Yep.
That way you learn, and then you can move that somewhere else if you have to. If your if your bold idea goes skew with, then at least you can go somewhere else and do something different because you have skills. It's when you
Exactly.
let the skills go and treat every day as a laissez-faire. Well, treat every day as a, oh, I don't love it, I'm not gonna do it. That's not gonna get you anywhere. Do it, do something enough, and you will love it. My point, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk to Paulette. Are you eating, Paulette? You having dinner?
Hi,
Of
Paulette.
course not. No. You just caught me. Yeah. I love this conversation, but I kind of have I've got two issues really. The first one is don't separate passion and commitment and determination and focus because they're all in line, and without all of them something doesn't happen. Yes, I absolutely agree with the X thousands of hours of doing something to do it well. But I think that we've all been taught about mindset and the goals and achievement and determination. You've got to hit these markers. And not everybody will do it right. And quite frankly, failing is actually probably the single most important thing you can do. Because the more you fail, the more you learn, the better you get. But I would also say that when you talk about the craftsman, you know, the craftsman doesn't want to put in terms of like let's take a someone like a carpenter, that intricate work that they do you can't replicate, for like doing a job for a couple of years. Someone has been doing it for 15, 10, 20, 30 years, whatever it is, they become experts in their field. You can't become an expert. You can write something on AI, you can draw something 3D computer, you can do all these amazing things and these 3D printers and all the rest of it. But it will never take away from the actual person who's got the physical
hands that have done that job, you know, taking out, gouging out bits of wood to turn into beautiful trestles or whatever it is. The problem is, do people stop valuing it? So, what we would consider to be something as a master craftsman, or in terms of somebody who is at the peak of their performance, there's only one place for them to go, and that is either to retire, which is what happens to people like boxers and athletes and everybody else. They get to the pinnacle and then they retire, and then they try to become something else. They pivot and they become a TV personality or a presenter or something. But if we're talking about people who are like you and I, like what I call normal people, you know, normal, um, I've lived 1,000 lives. I really have. I don't even want to think about the number of lives I've lived. And every one of them has taught me something. And so I think that life is actually the biggest and the most life and experience are the two tools that you can't learn from an AI machine. You can't learn from reading books, because it's actual real life people that have had real life circumstances and experiences that make them equipped to do a certain job. And so that is where, when you talk about passion, you talk about the craftsman, the two of those come together because it's experience and life's experience, not just today's experience, but what's the years that have gone on before that make you the master at what you are in the future. Does that make any sense, Henny?
Perfect sense, Paul. That perfect sense. You know, genius there. Oh, no, really. Thank you so much. Mohammed Sujan, I see you. Welcome. Glad you're here. Also, I see, I don't know what your name is, Raspberry Basketball Coaches Network. You know, thank you for joining us. A bit of a long name, but we'll take it, my friend. We'll take it. Now, Paulette, again, I'm blessed to have friends who are like-minded. I know that. I know that for sure. I appreciate that. You know, I'm talking to people who get my point. Now, you certainly do, Paulette, of course. You know, your question about the carpenter thing. Yes, I'm not going to be. I have no interest in being like that carpenter. What I want to do is learn the tricks of the trade. I want to learn the trade properly, right? So I can create my own thing. I can create my own creations. I don't, you know. That's what I was saying just about when the response to Dr. Roxana. Don't compare yourself to others. Just focus on learning and knowing what you know well. Again, I don't say it lightly. Focus on the outputs. What are you delivering to people? Make that your primary goal. Be output centric. And make that your obsession. Now, each time that you deliver something to someone, you do better and better and better. Yes, you know, we can't all be the same, but what we can be is, you know, we'll be great at what we do, whatever that means to you. I'm saying, I'm leaving that to you. I'm saying, you know, when you're capable, when you have the life experience that Paulette just mentioned, and you are super capable, then you're an expert. You know, the point is this: don't expect to achieve your bold idea if you know nothing. Don't be that person. You're not going to get there. You're just not. Because you're not going to create the solution that people need. And this is at the heart of our conversation. Your bold idea must be one that transforms people's lives. I'm not saying to you, if you're not going to change people's lives, you're not going to fly a rocket to the moon and don't do it. Look around you for a second. Just look around you for a second. Wherever you are, look around you. Everything you see was someone's bold idea. Stapler, a pen, a watch, you know, my wallet, batteries, you know, picture frame. I'm saying to you, there's things that right. Someone's thought this, right? And they created it. So your bold idea could just be a thing that people need. It doesn't go to be a rocket to the moon at all. Go on, Paulette, please.
I just wanted to stop and say that even when you've achieved your bold idea and you've got to the pinnacle of wherever it was you wanted to get to, can you look around at the people that helped you on the way
Mm.
and reach down and pull them up? Because that's the way you
What's
teach
that saying?
others. That's
Each one teach one.
each one teach one. And it's got to be that way, because that's doesn't matter what profession you are in, the apprentice, the person that one step below you, is the person that you reach down and you pull up and you bring up to the level that you need for then, so that you can retire and go on to do other things and your
Yeah,
bold idea continues and you earn income from it. That's
for
how you
sure.
keep trading up, you keep trading up, you keep learning. And I
Mm.
think what Dr. Roxana said is, we have to be able to unlearn the stuff that we've learnt wrong, relearn
Mm.
the stuff that we need to learn, evolve as both people and as life's experience, and then just keep fighting and going forward. But
Yes.
always with a view to who is around you in that circle that you can
Mm.
pull up with you. Because I do believe that if you don't do that, then you're not in service. And if you're not in service, you won't pass. You won't pass the go point, because you
No.
need to be in service.
What's the
On
point of
that
your
note,
board
I'm going to go
idea?
and eat my dinner.
Thank you. You're a star, Paulette. Of course, you're a star. Thank you so much. Look, your bold idea ain't worth nothing. It doesn't help people. It doesn't impact people. Then there's no point doing it. Literally, I mean that sincerely. No one's going to pay you for it. No one's going to use it. No, there's just no point, right? I'm talking tomorrow about managing your emotions in my being your authentic self and business room. And a lot of people don't understand that. I'm sure that they don't understand why you need motivation to be emotionally intelligent. What's the point having emotional intelligence if you can't help anyone? If there's no one involved, what's the point? You don't need emotional intelligence, do you? You can just talk to yourself on the wall. Yeah. But whereas for most things in life, creating your bold idea for emotional intelligence that involves other people, it must involve other people. It must involve other people. Otherwise, what's the point, really? Taisha, I see you. Welcome, Taisha. Taisha says, start each day, focus on working on self. Others, and then make your dreams come true. I agree. I agree. Again, this whole concept of the craftsman thinks of themselves and helping others and achieving greatness, master status, if you say with greatness. I want to very quickly touch on Amazon Hub Affairs. Okay, thanks for joining us. I don't know who that person is, but thank you so much for being here. So hope now we'll join the comments and I'll respond to everyone's comments after the event. My friends, I do want to talk about what happens if you follow the passion hypothesis, the passion drive. Yeah, so that's really where I want to leave it. But of course, I let everyone who's here, give us the last thoughts. Now, let me start with this. So here's a common argument we hear all the time. The reason that person put in all those hours was because they must have found something that they love doing. Otherwise, they wouldn't be so selfless. They wouldn't do it for long hours for no recognition, because they just like to do. They must be passionate about the whole thing. They must have the passion in the first place. It's not true. It's not. It's just not true. It's not true. It's not true. Don't believe a word of that, right? I think it works the other way. The craftsman's mindset is only available when you feel passionate for your work. Yes, but in truth, think of performance. It's only when you put the work in that you can find your passion. The craftsman does not think, do I love this or not? The craftsman says, I want to be a carpenter. I want to be a genius at this. So they will learn and then find the passion comes later on at best of time. the passion comes long after they finish doing the learning and put all those hours in. They're not putting it in because they're passionate about the topic. They're putting it because they're passionate about the skills that they want to learn. If anyone disagrees with me, then please, I'll happily hear your thoughts. You say, now, what's wrong with? Oh God, who was that?
Peter. I think it's a good point, Annie. Sometimes when you are willing to step out, some people don't believe in you.
Mm.
There's a story in the Bible, if you know your Bible, Peter saw Jesus walking on the water. That is a skill, right? Because people don't normally walk on water. He's in the boat with all his mates. And he said to Jesus, Jesus, if it's you, Master, bid me to come to you. Now, why would Peter don't normally just get up and walk on water, does he? But because the master's completed the task, he's doing it.
Yeah.
He just boldly got out the boat and started to walk on water. And sometimes that's how it is with us. We find that passion because somebody else
Yeah.
is actually achieving it.
Yeah. No, for sure. But we must find it. With maybe it's that blind faith, that you mentioned, Kiefer.
Faith.
But what I'm saying, that we must have the faith that our journey is worth it for us. Even though we may well find our journey wasn't worth it. But again, actually, as we talked about today, it doesn't mean that you failed. You have to do something else. But if you've done the last 10 years giving your best at anything, you now have this career capital, this bag of skills, a bag of, it's been said today, Paulette said it too, consistency, discipline. Dr. Rosanna said those things as well, right? The craftsman has more of those than anyone else because they spent a lifetime developing those skills. They've been doing these things every day. So they have the discipline, they have the consistency, they have everything, the resilience that Rosanna mentioned. They know what to do when something goes wrong. Because they've done it every day for the last God knows how long, right? I'm saying that's what we need to develop in ourselves. See, I'm really bothered by this passion argument, right? This passion view that people seem to have. Here's why. See, when we have what's called a passion mindset, we're focused on one question. The question we're asking is, what can the world give us? What can the world give me? Do I love this? It's all about me, right? And I must have the joy and the love of doing what I'm doing. You see, this is a false promise. That's not how the world works. See, when you focus on what the world can give you, you have more chance of ending up unhappy, frustrated, maybe even angry. Because the world's not going to give you what you think is that you deserve, unless you put the work in, right? Like I said earlier, when you start a job, more chance you're going to get the lower level task. Go and clean the toilet, make the tea, clean up the place, and do this, do that. Eventually, you might work your way where they say to you, okay, now you have a computer, now you have a desk. But that's not where you start. So you must be prepared to do what the craftsman would do, which is start at the bottom, work your way up.
You got to put in the work first.
As Michelle said, you have to be willing to pick up the poo before you can ride the donkey or the pony, whatever you call it, right? So in truth, the craftsman asks a whole different question. The craftsman is looking at the world and going, what can I offer the world? Think of those two questions. The passion argument says, what can the world give me? Otherwise, I ain't going to do it. The other one says, what can I give the world? I'm going to learn how to do it. That's our conversation today. See, when you come with what can I give the world, you end up with clarity. You can't be disappointed because all you're going to do is get better, better, better. Every day you practice and learn, as a craftsman does. You get better, right? In the end, which is the name of the book that all my preaching today comes from, you want to be so good that can't be. With the passion mindset, you're swamped with questions that you can never answer. Am I happy? Is this me? Is this really me? You know, what if I done like this in 5 years' time? Whereas the craftsman is fixed on, I'm going to love this regardless. I'm going to do the work it takes to achieve the skills and the results that my clients want. That's how you create a bold idea, my friend.
I always said discipline and consistency.
Yes.
But disciplined and consistent. You don't run away when it becomes difficult.
I agree. Like, but it comes from having the skills in the first place, right? It really does. We must build the skills. Don't come with, I want to love this before you start. Come with, I'm willing to do the work and learn.
The mindset.
And become better. You know, that's what I'm hoping people will leave here with today. Look, if you're in Dr. Roxana's YouTube, then please, like the rest of us, like, comment today's video, and then like, and then subscribe.
To Ennis. Well, that's good. So we talked about the mindset. Now, getting into your craft, you have to have the mindset and you have to know the why. Why are you going in there? Are you going in there because others are going in there? Or do you have a plan? What's your plan? What's your plan B or whatever plan A and plan B? Okay, so are you ready to learn, continuous learning and improvement, adding some skills? So those things, resilience. Do you have the resilience? Are you able to work with the community, learn and unlearn, networking, creativity, and a lot of them, attention to details. So a whole lot of them work a lot to get you into your craftsman, to the craft you want to be in.
I agree, and I love Michelle's comment. You know, craftsman is what you want to be, and put passion into your craft. That's exactly it, Michelle. People tend to want to do it the other way. I won't do it unless I love it, and you can't love what you don't do. You can't love what you have no skills for. You can't love what you're no good at, what you're not willing to commit to. Coach, you've been quiet for way too long. Are you still there? Coach David, we're calling you. I don't think you. I don't know whether you're still there, but
maybe he's not paying attention.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. It's an additional beginning. Was enough to get us going. Thank you so much, Coach. If you're there, so otherwise, Kiefer, Dr. Roxana, I'll let you have the last words. Now, Michelle says, follow your passion.
So follow your passion, attention to details, and be able to learn and unlearn, be able to add more skills, develop yourself, and do whatever you have to do. It's not going to be easy at the beginning. It's not really going to be easy. I already said that some people wake up at 5 a.m. to get to whatever is pushing them, but they didn't have an alarm clock to wake them up. But they're still learning. You see, all these people are the top 1% are always learning. They're not waiting for anybody to wake them up because there's something they want to get to somewhere, and they can do all it takes to get there.
I agree with you entirely. Again, the 4 a.m. thing is, I do it not by waking up at 3 a.m. Dr. Roxana. I don't go to sleep until 6 a.m. So I'm always awake at 4 anyway. That's my 4 a.m. thing.
Everybody's not the same. Everybody's not the same, but
I'm sure Kiefer is awake at 4. He wakes up at 4 a.m. every day because Kiefer works very hard. Kiefer,
Near enough. Near
the last
enough.
one, my
Five,
friend.
Yes,
five,
Kiefer.
6 o'clock. I would just like to say, Eddie, just love what you do.
Mm,
And if you love what you do, there's always be room for you in this world
Yeah,
as a
you can do it
craftsman.
at
Just
anytime.
love what
Yes.
you do,
Hmm.
I
and
agree.
it'll make room for you. That's it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Thank you
Great
so
men and women, that's how they do it. They love it, do it, and it makes room for them and makes money for them too. Fame
Yeah,
and
Okay.
power.
exactly that. Exactly that, my friend. Thank you so much. You're a star,
You're
Kiefer.
welcome. Yeah,
Good
have a
to
good one, sir. Thank you.
So, Dr. Joseph, I'm glad you were here. You know, as a DI expert in the US, as he says, how are you? Great, wonderful people. Sorry, I'm not being available as I would like. Yeah, no, we missed you, Dr. Joseph. We missed you. You know, I know you do your events, but you know, of course, I'd love my friend to come along to your shows. You know, so do connect. But you're here, so hopefully some of my friends will connect with you. You know, in the comments. You know, that's what we need to go and do, right? My friends, you know, I think you know it's been a great conversation. I've enjoyed it. I've got asked what I want to get out. I could
Yeah.
waffle on a lot more, but I think you know you get the point, right? Yes,
Yes.
find a passion. Yes. Otherwise, find a skill. When you find a skill, your skill will lead you to your passion ultimately.
Yeah.
You know, don't ask what can the world do for me. You know, in other words, what can you how can I
What can I
be
do for the world? Yep.
That's what can you do for that. That's what the craftsman does every day, and every day they deliver more and more. Because that's how you do it. You know,
Exactly.
thank you so much, superstars. I can't say thank you enough. No, Coach
Thank
David and
you.
I got a room tomorrow. Coach David and I have a room on Friday, so do connect with him and do join us. And then
All
on the
right.
Friday,
Thank you.
we're talking about what's your prophecy. So
Oh,
join us for
that's
that.
a great discussion. Thank you.
Let's join that one. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye, everyone. Bye. So I'm back
Bye,
again.
everyone.
Good
Well, you
night. God bless.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.